Hello, everybody. Sam here with the third set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and once again we have levels that are just crazy to get 3 stars on, and occasionally pretty hard to beat. And I really do feel like these are some of the toughest levels in quite a while, or I guess not even like some of the toughest levels, just like some of the toughest levels in the game, period. They're super hard to get 3 stars on, especially this one. I took a very long time on this one. And unfortunately I did bring in the King Boo strategy, but I really didn't know how else to get 3 stars. I tried various other characters, nothing else really felt right. So please let me know in the comments, and so you can help everybody else out on what character you used, so that they also don't have to use the King Boo strategy like I did. But bringing it in, I guess I haven't said anything about the levels, so I really need to talk about that. Basically at the beginning you're trying to get to both of the locks right away. Use the cannon to do it. Hopefully there's a blue lined up next to the blue cannon so that you can hit it very easily. Otherwise it may be a little bit more difficult, but you should be able to hit it pretty quickly. It just depends on how many capsules it takes to do it. Hopefully not too many. Then you move on to the next part, which a few more purple coins have been unlocked. And you kind of just go through each section here. There's kind of like a couple of coins in each section, and there's just one coin I have left on this part here, but you kind of saw me working my way through different sections. Depending on how the level layout looks for you, it might be a little bit different, but really the basic idea is you get all of those coins, and then all the rest of the coins unlock besides these 3 in the middle. But, I mean, at this point here, if you've gotten here with 16 capsules, you're doing pretty good. If you're getting to this part with very few capsules remaining, there's very little chance you're going to end up winning. And at this point, you just need to be very careful with what capsules you're using, how many you're spending. But you're able to hit everything now. And I'd also suggest leaving some viruses for this point, so you can use them to hit the purple coins, because that's really necessary. You don't want to waste too many capsules doing that. It's just hard to get a balance of destroying capsules in the early game, destroying viruses in the early game versus destroying them now. It's really tough. There's a lot of different things you need to handle in this level. So you can see here now, I'm going for this final coin, and I get King Boo, and I'm like, okay, I have to make this count. And what I ended up trying to do is get a bunch more points. Honestly, 8 capsules probably would have been enough points, but I was just worried. I did not want to not get 3 stars on this. So I went until I got Wario's skill one last time, which I assumed would ensure that I actually get the 3 stars. So we end with 6 capsules, I believe. And you can see that's just like plenty of capsules remaining. Everything went well. But yeah, if you played that level before, you know that was just like like vastly different from what many of your rounds will be. Sorry if my commentary on that last level was lackluster, I guess. People are talking outside of my room, and it's really distracting. It's really hard to pay attention, but I'm going to try and work through it. They're still talking. So basically this level, the fans, man. The fans really are here to screw you over. And there's just a few viruses you really need to make sure you get before the fans get to them. And I will kind of try and instruct you on that. But basically, any of the viruses, actually not even any of the viruses, specifically the red virus in between the fans on this side, on the right, and the blue one in between the fans on the left. I don't know if it's always the same colors, but you know, I'm just saying their colors so that you know what I'm talking about. And you can see right here, I'm going for them immediately. Because the last round I had a problem where a yellow one was in between the fans, and it got completely iced, and it's just like, there's no way I'm going to win now. It's really hard to get to. It's going to take a lot of capsules to destroy. So just destroy those right away, and you won't have to worry about them anymore. And you can see I pretty much, I have quite a lot of the viruses already destroyed here. And there are some electric bombs that will help you with that as well. What else you could do is leave some of the harder to get viruses and then just rely on the electric bomb hitting them. But you know, if they get iced, there's not really anything you can do at that point. Basically what you want is to leave some viruses away from the fans, or only destroy the things away from the fans. But basically if you leave things away from the fans and they get frozen, that means when you destroy them later it won't matter. If that makes any sense. And also, like, right now I have a bunch of blues coming in, and I kind of just want to use the blues instead of continuing to wait here. And also I accidentally placed that red there, which really messes me up. I could have beaten this a lot easier. It's a lot less hassle if I hadn't done that. But unfortunately now I have to kind of work my way through all of these capsules I placed here. And I ended up freezing that yellow again, which is super annoying. I could have gotten rid of it already. So now we end up freezing it again. But we really just need some yellows, and the game is happy with just giving me them. And I don't even bother destroying anything else because I already have 3 stars, so just putting down that final double yellow is all I need to do. And that one, I guess, isn't so bad. Like I said, once you get the things around the fans taken care of, that's really the main gimmick of the level. So when you move on to this one, though, oh man, this one also didn't take me that long, and it's kind of straightforward, I would say. Basically working your way back and forth on the viruses near the green coins, because you want to just get down to those cannons, and I'll kind of explain that a little bit more once we get there. But any other capsules you get, just start breaking the ones in the middle. There's quite a lot of stuff in the middle, but you can go for that whenever you want. If something's convenient for you on the sides, you're going to want to go for that as well. Also, I'm destroying these 2 reds on the bottom next to the keys here, because if I destroy the 3 that are lined up, then that 1 red will be left alone, and it will be a lot harder to clear. It'll take more capsules, basically. So that's my strategy on that. Now you see I just destroyed that yellow cannon facing downwards, because in my eyes, what you want to do is get rid of a row, then get rid of the green coins next to the middle, or I guess covering that 1 door. So that's what I'm going to do here in a second. So you can see I bring down that blue, and now we bring down a few more. And ideally I would destroy that green coin as well, but the red cannon is actually going to do that for us later, so it's not that big of a deal. Then we destroy all of those viruses on the bottom row, which gets rid of all the purple coins that are unlocked, unlocking the other purple coins. And this is where you want the other cannon that you left behind, either the red or the yellow one, you want that to hit the middle row. And I always did it where I cleared out the right side first and then left the red cannon to destroy the middle. You can really do it however you want. Then all the keys fall except for this one key that is held up by the remaining green coins. Then you just need to get a yellow in there and use the final colors remaining. Now I'm sitting with a comfortable 3 capsules, but trust me, I failed this one a couple of times. It's not always that easy, and I feel like I made it look kind of easy. But really, you can have a rough time. And also those iced viruses in the middle can really just be annoying. They don't always line up nicely, so just keep that in mind. Now this one I didn't even bring in the red point boosting assistant, and I still got 3 stars just fine. So you shouldn't have too much of a problem. I guess I brought in 1, so maybe you need to bring in at least 1 to get 3 stars. But basically there are no blue ones on this stage, and there's just a lot of everything. Either you're destroying the iced red ones 3 times, or you're destroying the floating yellow ones 3 times. The only one that you're not destroying 3 times is the yellow viruses in the middle. You just need to clear the surrounding things to get them out of the barrels. Ludwig is probably great for this one. There's just so much ice stuff. But then you also have a lot of yellow floating viruses as well, so I don't know what to suggest really. It just feels like there's so much more ice stuff than there is floating viruses. But then again, you only need to get rid of the yellow stuff. The red viruses are not actually required to clear other than to get the blue coins, which I guess now I'm saying it, I feel like an idiot because I'm pretty sure there's a red virus covering all the coins and you need to get rid of all of them anyways. But I digress. Basically, Clearing everything gets you the points you need as well. I feel like if you didn't destroy everything, you might be cutting it close on points. And really just trying to be as efficient as possible. Even with like the rainbow capsules, you want to use them in situations where it can clear multiple things at once. You can't always have that happen, obviously. But whenever you can, make sure to do it. There are a few electric bombs as well that can help you out. And I feel like there's probably a lot more red than yellow, so if you are going to use the rainbow capsule on something, use it on the reds. And also, there are cannons that are spawning in, which could potentially cover up coins, but in the long run, I feel like they're mostly here to help you out. So that's kind of nice as well. I really didn't let very much spawn in, and maybe that's not a good idea. But you can kind of see, I'm leaving this like, on the left side, there's a column of viruses I'm kind of not clearing. You see it, a red cannon just spawned in there, which is going to help me clear the level. I almost didn't clear it, and without a cannon spawning into that row, I probably wouldn't have, because you can see there's just quite a lot left. And I don't have that many capsules remaining. I don't know what I did with that rainbow capsule. I don't really know why I did that. Oh, I think I might have just been doing it to place something so that that cannon would rotate. Now we're finally able to hit it and moves up. Thank God these yellow ones also lined up. We hit that and the yellows are all gone. Now we just need a couple of reds to clear this one. And with 4 capsules remaining, I feel like we're going to do just fine. And like I said, we got 3 stars quite a while ago. I don't think it's going to be an issue, especially if you bring in at least one point boosting assistant. So yeah, that was the only one I beat on my first try out of all the 5 of these levels, which may be crazy to some of you who are having a hard time on it, but it's true. That was my first try. Now this one you saw, I brought in Boo, which I never thought I'd see the day. And actually, after this round, I was going to try bringing in Fire Rosalina, and I feel like maybe she'd be a little bit better, but I beat it with Boo. So if you have Boo, and you think what I did worked out well, I would go for it. And now here's my strategy with Boo. With Wario it would be completely different, but with Boo, I legitimately only focus on the bubbles on the top and the colored crates. And obviously I guess the blocks as well. But basically that's kind of coinciding with the colored crates. And you just leave the viruses for Boo to clear. Now some of the viruses next to the colored crates you're going to want to clear. And I kind of neglect that at the beginning here. With the red crates in the bottom left corner, I do actually use some of the viruses for that. But I neglected that with the yellows in the bottom right corner. So just keep that in mind. You can use the yellow viruses to do that a little bit easier. You probably have a better time overall. And I would also suggest, if you're doing this strategy, to have the cannons shoot through the middle, because the middle is probably the hardest section to hit the blocks, and also you're going to need to hit the blocks quite a lot. So the cannons give you a few free hits on that. I feel like that's the best way to do it, and obviously you'll have some left over as well. So you'll see here in a second, yeah, so I bring down the reds and clear some of those red crates out. I guess I didn't mention this, but you do need to clear all the crates to beat the level. You need to get all the coins to beat the level, and all the viruses need to be destroyed. So everything needs to go. And King Boo should destroy most of the viruses for you. I don't know what level I have him at. It's probably 1. Honestly, I haven't gotten Boo all that much. But you see, he kind of did what I would not want him to do. Destroyed some viruses I would prefer he hadn't. But it does work out to leave these yellows here, because I do use them to clear out that section. And then I actually get a skill one last time with 0 capsules remaining, and he clears out the final 2 viruses. What's nice about Boo is that he actually clears the viruses, no matter if they're bubbled, iced, whatever, he will clear them completely, which is great. It's basically like a little bit weaker of a Fire Rosalina skill. So keep that in mind when you try it. Hopefully it works out for you.